Lovely Salif. Brother Sharif, my friend and brother from Lupa County in the Vanima area. I'm also part of you people there. You imagine Madam Pebe, disabled people in that county, they are visually impaired people, they are doing agriculture work. I think I put you in touch with them, right? Yes. He's one, I think he's following now. So you want me to know that he's listening to you, Vavle Sharif. And they cultivated a huge farm in Lofa County that they sold to produce to just make the disabled community there look viable and very good. Let me welcome Miss Pebe. How are you?
I'm good. And good evening, good afternoon to the peace-loving people of Liberia, Nemakani. And it's always good to be at your listening audience, not forgetting those in the dashboard.
Okay. How have you been? The other time I was looking on Facebook, I saw you talking to some young people, visually impaired people, President, we identify with the disabled people. You're so busy, and I know the stress because everybody wants to be a part of it, but again, it's not plenty for everybody. You have to be cut in the small, and I know everybody will serve. How was the 26th celebration?
It was good, and again, the name is Dento Doma Pebe. I come from Yahweh Mesano Glaze up here in Nimakandi.
Glaze up here?
Nimakandi.
You and Tewan come to the same area?
Tewan is my uncle from Glaze up here.
I heard him this morning when you announced that on the radio, or one of our sisters radio said, I have Glaze up here.
Glaze up here, Yahweh Mesano. It's a little town with people with big heart. Yeah, but it's good.
I love the names of the Nima towns. Glaze up here.
So like it has always been, again, I will always say a big thank you to the President of the Republic of Liberia. Mm-hmm. And the reason we say is not because of Ox, it's because of his heart for country. Mm-hmm. It's because of his desire beyond diversity. He don't care about your political affiliation, your physical appearance, your color, your tribe. All he's concerned about is Liberia. Okay. So I will again say thank you to him for the honor this gone time. I didn't expect it. I didn't even know that he was following what I was doing. It was a shock to me and still a shock to me. And July 26th, we made a day that I will never forget in my life.
Wow.
And that particular honor goes to our community as persons with disability. And we are so happy. So the distribution you saw and the people you saw me talking to, even before our ascendancy at the level of the Commission on Disability, the Office of the First Lady have been supporting the community of persons with disability through charity approach. And I've always said to people that disability, you will not remove charity so easily, because for us to equitably participate on an equal basis with others, there's something called accessibility that needs to be in place. I was smarter before the war. I don't know how Liberia was before the war, but to destroy is easy, to build, it takes time. So to ensure that we have that full accessibility as persons with disability, be it access to public building, be it informational accessibility that had to do with the sign language, the issue of the braille and everything, it will take some time. Okay. So because of that, access to jobs still remain a major challenge. If you employ a person with disability, be a physically challenged person, like for instance, I have to climb many steps to come here. Mm-hmm. If I were in a wheelchair, it would just tell me, it would just tell me you can't.
Yes, others are not.
So because of that, to have people with disability economically empowered is a challenge.
Okay.
So out of his own heart for country, he thought it was that every festive season, if Liberians are on their table having little bread or breakfast, people with disabilities should have seen.
Okay.
If there will be a shirt in a blouse or something you will get for your children, mm-hmm. people with disabilities should also.
Now, to what extent did you reach out to the rest of the people? They was intended for all the disabled people.
It has always been for people in Maserati. But okay. Mr. Griffiths, it almost like you are in a river drowning, and then they gave you collects to hold to clean. You will use all of your hand regardless of how it hurt you. Mm-hmm. So we've been doing this in Maserati. There have been complaints from the rest of the county that they are saying we should go there. But again, it's a gift. It's not only to us. You remember the president had to look to the widow, he had to look to the orphanages, he had to look
to the hospitals,
the hospital and all other sectors. Yet we are like prioritize the highest. We receive the higher bag of rice.
Okay.
So like this one time we received close to almost 3,000 bags of rice. So what has happened is that many of them have started migrating from the county during this period to come. Like from Ganta here, for example, the MTA, you pay 350, 300 to go. So they will be like, since I'm getting 5,000 with one Becoré, I will get on the MTA and go, and get my Becoré and come back. So the MTA is filled with people with disability from Nimba, from Basso, from Cape Mount, and that started this gun distribution.
And everybody was served.
This gun distribution, we served them, but this time around, they were overwhelmed. They were too much.
Wow.
Because Bapolu came, Bumi, and you can name it. Usually when we distribute it, before 1 o'clock, we almost finish with everybody. The whole yard will be clear, and that's the time we start to call like the amputee team and other team and telling them you can come now so that we serve you people in group.
I know.
Because the crowd have reduced. But this got down up to 6 p.m. The crowd was still the same.
Wow.
The crowd was still the same.
But I guess at the end of the day, everybody
was able to get something. Everybody was able, even those of them who couldn't get it right. We said to them, you can't just go like that. Each of them walked away with 2,005, but they still say it was small. The fact that they didn't get it right and they didn't get the exact amount. And we say we are sorry about that.
Yeah, because
we are so sorry.
Was not much. The resources were not much, and then the individuals were many.
That's it. And you have always received. So if this time around there were challenge, what we do is to learn from it. We're going to work around it in December to see.
And I'll call you back again to talk about exclusively for the disabled. We'll call you to talk about happenings in Nima. How are the Nimayans accepting Joshua for a one-round victory as campaign opens on Saturday? But let me stay there before I go to you. Yesterday, I took up 20 minutes of my airtime to talk about the issue of drug abuse and the Liberian government consistent contribution or the government political will to ensure that those who are wayward children, what we call at-risk youths, who the president said, I will give $1 million for their welfare, in addition to $3 million for the people of Liberia, for our international partners. The government has contributed $526,000 against $1 million they promised. Minister Zoa Wilson tells me that, Mr. Grayfield, we're going to start with this and we'll rehabilitate many of the people who are in the street, carry them to people to hospitals. They'll be detoxified and SYC. We are starting the process. But then we took an initiative yesterday, just in 20 minutes time. I said, I will ask Liberians, as our own contribution, let's help the people who are having drug addiction. You may not be, your son may not be, but your friend, your son's friend will be, and that friend will also indoctrinate your child to be. So yesterday, in 15, 20 minutes time, I made the commitment. I talked after, then I opened the phone line and opened a mobile phone number. I said, Jallah Grayfield will contribute $5,000. That was mine. And I encouraged others to contribute that. And we raised $37,250 Liberian dollars, and I announced the mobile money number, and people are still sending money, and they done the figures, $37,250 Liberian dollars after we converted $80 to that amount. And we'll give the money to Zoga Wiz, the minister, and say this is all we raised, and we'll keep announcing that on the radio so that others can give their contribution. But please give me 1 minute. Let me just call the names of those who contributed. This is about us, our country. Mohammed M. Sidibe contributed $2,000. D. Membai Dan, $450 Liberian dollars. J. Nimayu Fokesi and his wife Bau Harisi contributed $20. Toba Emmanuel Jr. contributed $1,000. No soup ball more than Pamboto. He gave $50. That will make it to be $60. No, okay. Emmanuel Colley contributed $4,000. Jallah Grayfield $5,000. Lawrence Komlan Brople Chinshiman Adetu contributed $10,000, which we'll get to for you later. Yusuf Kurman $10, which made it $80. The total is, when you convert all of that, is $37,250 Liberian dollars. And those monies were sent to Damawa for Finance mobile money account. And I know people are saying willing to give. For now till Monday, we'll have that money presented to the minister and say, this is why we at LBS did as our own way of encouraging people to give to those who are in the habit of drugs abuse and how they can be rehabilitated. This amount can rehabilitate more than 2%. Thank you. Madam Doma, welcome again. But tell us about what happened in Nima. What is it going on right now? What do you want to talk about?
So again, like we've always said, Nimbayan are people who are grateful.
Okay.
And in 2017, Nimbayan were gearing towards the pool when Senator Johnson said to us that President George Manowiya was the best.
Mm-hmm.
And that President George Manowiya will develop not only Liberia, but he will develop this county.
Okay. You mean Nima County?
Nima County.
Okay.
President George Manowiya will ensure that the children go to school. President Weah will ensure that the roads are connected.
Okay.
President Weah will ensure support towards the health sector. President Weah will respect Liberians regardless of your tribe and who you are. We listened to that and accepted that, and we are yet to say, as people of Nimba, that since we got to know President Weah, he has done us no wrong. And everything he said about President Weah, he has even gone beyond that. And this is the reason why we have come to say sustaining what he has initiated is very, very important. And today, I will list a lot of what he said that President Weah was able to do, which is the reason we have come together to say, Nimbayan, we did it for President Charles Gange Taylor in 1997 by giving him one round resounding victory. We are people who are grateful. The evidence are clear. If you get to Ganta, you don't need a rocket scientist to see the road that goes toward Loguatu via Sanikole, Kample, and onward. You don't need somebody to tell you the road that leads towards Saklipi. You don't need somebody to tell you about a school that is inbound. You don't need somebody to tell you about the only president that was able to go to be in Lodi where even representatives and senators of the country don't go. You don't need somebody to tell you that there's a health center that is about to be completed there. You don't need somebody to tell you about the Kample High School. We anticipated getting current in Nimba, but we didn't know that we're going to be a place through which the current will pass to come towards Maserado. Today in Nimba, there are a lot of economic activity because Nimbayan people will be hard. All you do for us, give us road, give us electricity, and we will make use of it. And when you get to Nimba, you will not even believe what you see. And today, when you get to Ganta, you will forget about certain part of Monrovia. It's a daybreak city. Any hour you reach to Ganta people outside, anything you want in Nimba, you get it. So with all of these, sons and daughters of Nimba, conscious-minded sons and daughters of Nimba, have decided to say, come October 10, all we want is one round resounding victory. We don't want second round. So out of the 300,000 plus, we are calling on our people, registered voter, be it in Nimba, even those of them that are across the 14 political subdivision exercising their freedom of movement and association, to look towards the direction of the president. Those that are in the diaspora that were able to come down to register, even those of you that are there, that keep talking to our family and relatives back home, we are saying our option is only one, and that is President George Manowiya. The reason is simple. What he have initiated, our politics now is becoming so toxic that he's the only president that can even give glory and appreciation to his predecessor. The rest of the people will want to kill their predecessor. In fact, they will want to behave like the predecessor to disappear and never exist and have never existed. But he's the only person who will tell you, yes, I did this. You're telling me thank you. But I can tell you this was initiated by Malameli Johnson Salif. We heard the orator that when President Weah was with her, when she dedicated the Lofa Road, she said to him, when you succeed me, I will like for you to continue this project. And today, when our road is completed and he's dedicating it, I can tell you that he will reference Her Excellency Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
And then Mr. President has been so grateful to the former president. The fact that after he took over, with the completion of the ministerial complex,
That is
he named that honor Madam Sirleaf and said, "This is the honor of Madam Sirleaf, the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex." He goes about naming other places after people who contributed immensely to the far march of the country.
And quickly, I live New Georgia Estate. I've lived New Georgia. I tell people I took by outside and I'm taking by inside in New Georgia. If you ever told me that a road that leads through Doe community was by Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, I was not going to believe it. Because even when Madam Sirleaf left, we still use motorbike and got to a creek there that we have to cross to come to Clarendon. But when that road was constructed, when he spoke to the media, he said that was an initiative by Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And many people, today that place is called Backaway Avenue. Many people didn't know. But he said it. So with this kind of heart, I think what he started is something that should be completed. And people will say, yes, you said you're from Glaze up here, and Councillor Gonglo is from Glaze up here. I can say Councillor Gonglo is in a race to be known. And all I've said and continue to say this, as he worked, it's good that he visited the CDC headquarters. Let him build relationship with other parties and especially with the CDC. Now, hopefully when the president is leaving, if you have a good relationship and you have built that relationship, then how you could be somebody that he will hold your hand and say, this is the person that can succeed me. So because politics, you got to do your politics as a warfare in the marketplace of ideas.
Absolutely, because
And not
that Madam Sirleaf had the right to have said, Mr. Joseph Walker, you are my vice president.
come and take
I will
over.
take you and you'll be the man
Simple.
successor. But she'd look in the opposition to Joshua,
To Joshua.
giving shovel to break ground for the Menencoman Lofa Highway, and then that work is going on.
Definitely.
So Joshua will leave in and say, I want to look around for people in the CDC. I'll look on the other side. And give them
Definitely.
time.
And that's it. And for me, what I also see about the county is that we in Mumbai, we are not people who settle for the second. We are people who always like to go for the first. So if at all, Nima wanted to have a vice president position or wanted a presidency, then why we couldn't go for Honorable Tiaran Gonglo? Why would we say we're going for a VP position that is a ceremonial position?
Yeah.
And again, why should we have such an ulterior motive, which perhaps I will end my conversation on for us to move maybe to the next level.
Okay.
Why will you tell the people of Nimba that somebody who is alive, you are looking at the person to die for you to take power? Why will Nimba go that route? Why will you say that? That is devilish. And that is something that is taking over the country.
Somebody say that?
Oh, my brother.
Somebody say
Senator
that?
Johnson, Honorable Kuhn, and others are saying to the people of Nima, including Flor, and I'm talking to you, that Nimba and I are about to take the presidency, and that when we carry Kuhn, in less time, Honorable Baka, according to them, will die. How they will kill him, I have no idea. How he will die, I have no idea.
Yeah,
Maybe God has spoken to him. I'm telling you, that's what resonating in Nimba.
Wow.
We are about to take the presidency.
The
that is
presidency
wrong.
belongs to Nima.
If you want to take the presidency, let go as a presidential candidate.
Maybe
And
take one Gonglo.
Definitely. And then with that, we can be qualified by net. The people can vote for us. And if we want one round with Sonny's victory, we go for it.
Absolutely.
Then to say a VP will emerge to become a president, how possible is that? How are you going to do that? And we in Mumbai, we say no to that.
And
That is devilish.
And they're saying that
That is what going to the. This is what they are taking to even the errors and saying, "Can you talk it across the door? Come back here, place a car. They get work about go get a little yiffin. Go get a little yiffin. So I give it a minimum. Come back here, place a car. They come. They go to the gear people. People are kind of kwanu access. Baka ya ne yellow glow. So Baka ya go make a Jeremiah Kuyaka place ugly. What is that?
So they said
That is bad.
in manner and
That is in manner, green, public, everywhere. That's what going. And this is why, for me, I'm saying there's no need for the campaign team to worry. What we have done as Nimbayan One is to synchronize. I'm the vice chair for media and communication of NIMA for WIA. I also have a group called the Friends of Payday that I'm a CEO of. We have a lot of auxiliaries in Nima. We have decided to come together as Nimbayan with all the auxiliaries together and honor a single umbrella in a tree. And that tree will be led by the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, who will coordinate that team. Recently, we were in Nima. All of the media platform will be hitting Nima very shortly. And an official campaign team will be set up for Nima County exclusively, incorporating all of the auxiliaries and all of the structure. And we're going to take the length and breadth of the 782 towns of Nima and making sure that we come out with nothing less but one round resounding.
If you just join us, this is the Bumper Show on ERBC Radio. My guest is Denton Pebe. How do you pronounce it in the middle name?
Denton Doma
Pebe. She's my guest. There was an issue with our video. It went off, so we just go back there. Leave your comments, we'll read them for you. Let me welcome Mr. D. Benedict Besson Bacola Jr. He's joined us. Flomo Getala has joined me from somewhere. He says, we will do Simi Bonkane, trust me. Correspondent C said, and Mother Mary Peter said, watching from an upper panel committee. Ma'am, Oman, how are you? Mother Mary Peter C. She works at the Universal Liberia. She's an educator, former DO in Grand Cayman County. My friend is watching from the USA. Rufus Divanzia is joining me from UK Panama County. He's an EU. But welcome to the show. We stay here. But let me ask you. You said earlier in 2005 onward, or 2011, 2017 onward, Prince Johnson said Joshua was the man of the match. He was the best suited. He has propagated that message or those messages up to the time Jeremiah Kun was picked. And before then, he said, anyone who goes against Joshua will fall.
Definitely.
That's his message. I listened to that on
so he inside is falling.
So if you say anyone who goes against Georgia will fall, and that was a prophecy in his church. Now he joins other people to go against Joshua. Does that mean that it is a fall of Prince Johnson for the senatorial race in Nima County, bringing maybe on Roland Duo or whosoever wins, and bringing down Jeremiah Kun, who is also here prophesied against at the time, and say anybody who goes against Georgia will fall? Is that a political prophecy that can save whole ground?
For me, I would say it is, because they say when the animal is about to die, don't listen to whistle sound. That's what happens.
They say the monkey won't die, you hear whistle.
Yeah, you can hear the whistle sound. So he's going down, and he will remain an elder in the county. But I can say to you, his seat is the seat that he only got from now to October 8th, let's say. Because October 10th, Honorable Roland Doe will be. And the reason he had been senator is because Honorable Roland Doe and others have decided that he was an elderly person, let him take it. But we are tired. We are prepared to change the narrative. And the only thing that will bless Honorable Kun is that the House of Legislature have refused to pass the law that says that if you want to run for president, you should resign. Or if you representative, you want to be senator, you should resign. But if that was done, you were never going to take the risks that he's taking.
But there's no way you can win. Legislature will not subscribe to that. This thing
I pray that one day they subscribe to that, so that all of these things can be done.
You can be a representative and want to go for senator.
Then you want to go for senator, then you resign.
Yeah,
so that's why. But he's playing a game with the senator who his own prophecy coming against. Because if the senator knew what he was doing, that he's about to leave the stage, and Kun want to become the only senator of the county, he was going to come to himself and say, what is it I'm doing? But you see, when prophecy is coming against you, you don't listen anymore because you are already done. And we're going to go across the length and breadth of Nima to make sure that he sees Honorable Roland is arriving. This coming Saturday, will be something happening there. Something very serious is happening. Roland is finally going to his family, formerly in Nima, to say, yes, indeed, I've been certificated by NEC, and I'm here to move. And just the recent visit that have been going on, he and Senator Johnson know what happening. We've gone to Gormanple. He's from Gormanple. We've gone to Gomanple, all behind him.
Gomanple is
Gomanple, that is home.
Okay.
We've been to Gomanple, we've been to Yautiaple, Yaunara, all of those places.
About the other time that he slaughtered more than 28.
It was Yautiaple that the incident happened with the 27.
He allegedly killed people.
Yeah, he's allegedly killed over 27% according to them. That was what they said when we went to have the groundbreaking ceremony for the memorial hall for their children. And at the end of that hall, definitely their names will be listed. Right there that people will be
who is building that hall?
Nima for Wea was the one that launched that activity, and hopefully with the joint team, we're going to see how we get that done. Wow. But it's a building that we expecting to take over like 150 plus percent.
Now, let me ask you, then, Towan, the campaign is launched on Saturday. What are you planning, Nima for Wea, aside from the political entry of ruling duo in the county? What have you planned as a political organization, Nima for Wea, Nima Kwado? Are you collaborating your efforts? How do you enter? How do you engage the people? What is the campaign message on that day as we move forward to October 10th?
So, like I said from the beginning, we've been able to come together. All the auxiliary, the Nima Kwado, the Nima for Wea, the Nima Elect Wea, the Joshua wing, and all of the wings in Nima. We've been able to come together on an umbrella. And that umbrella is a train, as we call it, because the train took off already. The train took off before the July 26th.
But the train, they said that just about that train.
No, the actual train. Not a train that the happy says or truck with him beyond the going. We are talking about a train that will pick up in one, not in pieces.
Oh.
It's a train that is picking up in one.
The other train was in pieces?
The train was in pieces because there were a lot of traders and truck pulling human being behind the train as the train was going. When the train make a stop, the human being get off the trader and then the train move. And then when the train get to a point, the human being, so it was in pieces. We are talking about the actual train that is about to take off, and that train will land at one round resounding victory, like I said. So with that, there have been a lot of things that we don't want to open up, because the first thing we opened up that they want to jump into was when we had an engagement and the president should have gone to Nima around the 24th. They want to come and say the 24th they're going to Nima, and the president being a peaceful person said they cancel it. So anything we say here, they're going to go after it. So what we can say to them is we are prepared. The train is already in Nima. They are aware. We are on 6 radio and nearly relay on nearly all of the radios in the county. And the train is already in Nima, taking off. And as everybody getting prepared, what you will see on Saturday will be something that was shocking. And this is why in all of the releases that are coming out now, they come out with sadness.
Sadness?
Yes. They see in their face, they are not like joyful when they are speaking to the media anymore because they see themselves going down. I watched one of their release and the person like just accusing people now, calling names and accusing instead of saying what the issues are. But I can say you will still be on Nimbayan. The only thing, if you don't want to live Ganta where you got your college, you can move to Gomanple as your home. You can go and base there.
There's something I'm getting from politicians across the borders. I mean, borders of Bon County, which is Nima. That Senator Prince Yomi Johnson is getting uneasy with the way he's been treated in the collaboration with the Unity Party. He thinks that Jeremiah Cohen has been held more than him. And then people are feeling candidates against his party, the MDP, from the Unity Party, which he's not comfortable of. And he feels that Jeremiah Cohen is the one doing such. Have you heard those? And what is happening? Can you are them more than that do?
I'm saying to you, and I would say when you are falling, everything around you fall along with you. The NDRA is falling along with him. And the Cohen is trying to make himself. And you know, the story about Cohen, you know, many a time is like the story of David and his brother who decided to go against him because he was favored by God. If you look at Honorable Cohen, from what we heard and what we learned and research we've done, Honorable Cohen should be a relative to the president.
Wow.
If you have a president and you feel because he's president, you want to become president at the detriment of your own self, then I don't know where you're heading. And the people of Nima just need to open their eyes. And open their eyes now. And for me, I think we have come to a point that we know the truth. And the fact that we know the truth, you're not going to be a hater and think, say, you're going to get along with it. The senator job you get for long years that we mistakenly gave you, and the reason you got it was because the president got involved. Because you as a queen, Nimbaya wouldn't have given you the senatorial seat. A queen cannot have a senatorial seat in Nimba. But the president was not able to put out any candidate against you. The CDC supported you. And everybody was able to put their arm on you. And the only thing you could do is this. So for me, if you're doing it to the senator, Mana Messi Molo Kinka, Pinko Ye, they go Kinka Ye. They the one went on the tree and they know what happening on that tree. And they the one will come from on that tree to tell what happening on that tree. So for that, I think it's the end of them. And Saturday is the time that we hit the county. And we hit the county for real and non-stop until we get our one round resounding victory.
Come and give me one music for Nima. I will open the phone lines shortly. And I'll open one line exclusively for the people of Nima County on 086-680-373. You can compete for any of the other numbers, but this line is exclusively for Nimayans. Whether you are in the county, I want those in the county to call. If you are in Monserrado, any part of the world, those numbers are also on WhatsApp. You can call me on 080-514-096. That is on a WhatsApp. It is a local line. 080-514-096 is not a WhatsApp. It's a local line. But a 086-680-373 is on WhatsApp. And that is exclusively for the people of Nima County to call. 0770-560-560, 0776-680-373 are the three numbers you can call and be a part of the bumper show on ELBC Radio. Oh, can you please play that song? Is it? Yes, please let me get it. I see Assistant Minister Jallah Grayfield trying to call me. Jallah, you can call back very soon. You can call now, right? Just a bit of this one, we'll go to the Assistant Minister, the Minister of Information, Culture, Affairs and Tourism, Jallah Sando. A bit of this one for Nima County. Let this all small, man. This is a bumper show. Slog belongs to the people they call. We are intellectual movement. It's substituted them. What the cause of Nima County? My name is Jallah Grayfield. I'm the nation's heavenly J. Remember Jallah Grayfield, chapter 1, verse 1. Let's talk and talk and talk, and never shall we fight. Fighting shall not be our portion. Let me pause right here and talk to the Honorable Assistant Minister Jallah Sando. Honorable Minister, welcome you on the bumper show.
Thank you for the recognition, Jallah Grayfield.
Yes, sir.
And hello to my small sister from Nimba County. Thank you, a big brother from Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, Jallah Sando.
Minister, go ahead.
I listened to her, and she deliberated very well, and she said exactly what will take place in Nimba this year by God's power.
Amen.
The people of Nimba are progressive people. The people of Nimba, they want what is best for Liberia and what is best for us. But what has taken place in our beloved country in the last 5 and 6 years, we want those developments, those positive things to continue under the dynamic leadership of President George M. Weah.
Okay.
I'm from Zoge County District. The same district the Minister of Post and Telecommunication here from. My small brother.
Duna.
Yeah, Duna. So Duna.
Several times my junior brother all from my area. They are from where I'm from.
Are you going to Nima County for the launch of the campaign?
I register in District 7 in the first place. There where I will vote.
Will you go there on the Saturday campaign because Nima comes alive on Saturday?
But the fact that I left Monterrado, I went to Mba, I I register. That means my activity will be possible.
Mr. Minister, when you go in there, please take me along. I want to be part of your entourage.
That is launched. We will go and mobilize in the 9 electoral districts. And
Thank you. Honorable Minister, thanks a million. Let's give the locals a time. Let's hear from the people of Nima who are residing there. And thanks to you, Honorable Jura Sando, Assistant Minister at the Ministry of Information, Culture, Affairs and Tourism for Administration. Hello, welcome.
Yes, Jallah.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Thank you. I'm Joseph, and I joined from Maryland County.
Maryland County, welcome. What part of Maryland are you calling for, Plebo or Harper? Or Plebo Sorogan District, where Honorable Dr. Bovachimas comes from. It is called the New Jerusalem.
Certainly, the New Jerusalem. And let me also say hat up to the director of the National Commission on Disability. Matter of fact, I am a member of the disabled community.
Okay.
So, yes, Jallah, it is no doubt. I trust the working ability of the two one. So whenever she says anything concerning this political era that we are in, I know definitely it will come to pass.
Okay.
We want to see that long term saying that people have been living with that besides one person, nobody can take this person.
All right. Okay.
Pray that things have already changed.
Thank you so much. Let me take the next caller here. Hello, welcome. You are on the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio.
Thank you. My name is Musa Sedoro. I call from Nemba County, Sanikore, the youth league of the Mighty Coalition of Democratic Change, Station number 2.
Okay, Musa, let's hear you, my brother.
Thank you. Let me appreciate our mothers, our sisters, one of the two daughters of Nemba for her deliberation this evening. She has said it all. The people of Nemba will not always be pointed out as ungrateful people, as they pursued by others around. We can say for free that President William's content is not debatable. Based on the work of this president from 2018 up to now 6 years, and 2 years, this country was hit by coronavirus all across the world, and 2 years of this president in office, what he has done in Nemba and across Nigeria, I think Nigerians need to be very grateful to say, look, President, we are reserve our resources instead of going for second round. Reserve our resources. We gave you 1 round victory, Campo 2 round. That we clear. We want to appreciate our mother and let us continue the fight. Let us continue the peace message to our people in Nigeria to understand that.
Okay.
So this president is a God-sent president.
Thank you so very kindly, brother. Mr. Shadrach, the Bumper Show is being relayed by the Coastal Media Corporation in Grand Creek County. My young brother Shadrach Tawale is saying that to me. Thanks, my brother, for that. Let me take this. My twin brother Clarence Jackson is on a vacation in Rwanda. Clarence, I hope you enjoy yourself there. You along with Summer George. You are there on a program, but again, you are on vacation as well. Let me say welcome to you. You are on the Bumper Show. Hello, you on the Bumper Show. Let's hear you.
Good evening, Jallah.
We don't have much time now. I will limit you to 15 seconds, please.
Let me say thank you to our sister in studio. You see, Twin Johnson and the legs of those following him, they are falling into their own pit. Our dog by them. And we want to say thanks to Mr. President for everything he has done over the past year. And we know that he's going to be re-elected this coming October 10th. Thank you very much for the show.
Thank you so very kindly. Let me go to the next caller. He's on the local 080 line. That's our local number. Hello, welcome you here. Let's hear you quickly. Hello, is that Professor Robert? Let me hear you.
Yeah, I just want to tell you, someone
Let me go to Lofa County and talk to Vavle Sharif, the man who is from the Blind Association, cultivating so many hectares of land to feed the association members in the county. Vavle, welcome. You're live on the Bumper Show.
Yeah, I'm so happy to really talk to EFBC at this time.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much to our madam, Madam PB, I honor you. I salute you for what you are doing for person living with disabilities, of course. And some people are not happy for it, but for us, we are 100% with you. I told you for initial stage, and right after this thing, I told you that I welcome you highly. I highly welcome you. Anyway, Lofa County is crying. I'm right in Guanjama. I'm right in my office, Lofa United Blind Association of Labua Care Office. Anyway, we are agriculturalists, as the previous said. For us, we are involved into agriculture. We are into restaurants and that kind of movement, online communication. Yeah.
Thank you.
Directions. I just want to try by all means to talk to my mother. I cannot get the kind of opportunities. I want to use the kind of opportunity to also maybe I'll be very listening to or maybe I'll be across our letter. And we wrote her before concerning about mobility. For us farmers, we need mobility. We have to pay people to take them to our farm. So we need somebody that can help us. Even if I'm mother, we ask your office. And also help us. So those are the things that we can need.
Okay. I think you have a number you can talk to off the phone of the microphone now. Later you have a contact. If you don't have a, give it to you by her consent.
I want to appreciate her.
Thank you, Vavle. Thank you so very kindly. Next caller is hello. Welcome you on the bumper show. Let's hear you. Hello.
Good afternoon,
Good afternoon, sir. What is the name? Where do you call from, my brother?
This is Johnny Dolokwe from Nima County.
Johnny Dolokwe from Nima County. Let's say you with Mr. Dolokwe.
Yeah, let me say thank to our sister right there in studio who said it all. Grayfield, Nima County is a county with smart people. Ken Johnson and his little brother Jeremiah Kuhn will not forward this time around. We give Jeremiah Kuhn the 9 years to become a senator because of the support of the CDC-led government.
And then you want to leave as the vice president,
Jeremiah Kuhn now wants to become a vice president. See how devilish is that. So we, the people of Nimba, we want to re-elect President John Manuia and not Jeremiah Kuhn to become a vice president to Joseph Baka, who said many opportunities. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I will take 2 calls and come back to the Town PB, and then we'll close up. Hello, welcome you on the bumper show. Let's hear you. You have to reduce our monitor, please. We don't have time to reduce the monitor, my brother.
Yeah. Move away from the monitor.
Yeah, I'm okay, my brother. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Elvis Kopo, but I'm calling from Bankway, right after Secretary.
Bankway, let's say, my brother.
Yeah, I want to say bravo to George Romano. I want to say bravo to the student there. Yeah. So, what to say, Prince Johnson? Cannot fool us this time around. We are waiting Saturday so that we can pull out, that people will see the masses on Saturday. Thank you very much.
Wow. All right, let me take one more call here and recognize my friend and brother, Bob Ivan Gizi, the man who is coming Lofa County and making the citizen presence felt there. Bob Ivan Gizi, welcome. Hello, you have 10 seconds. Go ahead. Hello, you got to go ahead now. No time.
Hello,
yes. Please go ahead.
My name is Mario Ajoy from Kingsville.
Okay.
No, I think to thank you to the Malachi studio. The coming election will make sure that President William on the second basis, the development is carry on. The formation of this country is the first time. So we make sure that President William will on the first round.
All right. My brother is saying that he's watching me from my own town. Say what damn town. That's Bob Ivan gives me my father's hometown. Say what damn. Momo, welcome. Let's go back to you, Rabbi, because our news comes on very shortly.
So,
again, please.
Thank you for calling. I think all of the callers were able to buttress exactly what we are saying. People of Nima, we are people who are grateful. We are people who appreciate everything that you do for us. And we're not going to allow Asalam to come and say, you come and take the space of David, and you are late. And all we say to you is, wait for your time.
In a biblical term.
Yeah, that is Asalam. The story about President Wia and Kun is Asalam and David. So let him just go find his own space. You will become maybe vice president, but not now. And it can be even around 2029, no 2030, whatever it is. But all we can say to the people of Nima, thank you. To our elders and our fathers, we say thank you so much. To all of the auxiliaries, we say thank you for all of the work that you are doing. Like we said to you, we'll be hitting the country very shortly. And one round resounding victory is all we say for President George Manoa. Thank you to our president, and thank you so much. We are there. Thank you.
Director Wampei Bay, the head of the National Commission on Disabilities. She's also with Nima Kwador and Nima Fawia, rather. And they are all making efforts, so you should have Joshua gets a one-round victory. Thanks so much for fun. My name is Jallah Grayfield. Join me again on next week, Monday, when I shall be here to bring you more information at your doorsteps.